Hello and welcome back to the Taylor Seminars, where we talk about how Taylor Swift turns life into poetry. My name is Hannah, and I'm here with my co-host Exquisite. Hello.
Hello, Hannah. How are
How
you?
I'm doing so good. I heard the weather is cold where you are.
It's freezing. So you know what that means? It's Evermore listening time.
Yeah, I will say we thought spring broke loose, but no, we're back to being in from the snow. I feel like.
Literally, it snowed on me today. And mind you, I was not wearing a coat. So I haven't had to wear a coat in like a week and a half. And I walk outside, no coat, and my hands immediately start burning.
I'm so
So
sorry. I will say spring has also not broken loose here in Southern California. It just skipped over. It's summer now. It is. I'm in the middle of a heat wave. So, but you know what? We persevere because for Ivy, we will do anything because this is a career highlight.
it is. It is. My steak too juicy though, Hannah. Like I'm freezing to death and you're talking about it being warm, but whatever.
At least you're in. You love Evermore. Evermore season. Yeah.
You're mocking me. Don't patronize me. I'm cold.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Ivy is the 10th track from Evermore. It is written and produced by Aaron Dessner. I wonder if there's more than just two of them. Let me scroll down these credits. But yeah, it is produced by Aaron Dessner, written by Aaron. This one's also has a little bit of Jack in there, actually written by Jack. So maybe he took a pass at it, or he added
oh,
some instrumentation that influenced the song. So yeah, this it's got the trio. Like this is one of the trio songs that they got.
of course it is.
Yeah,
Because when all three of them work together, it's magic.
yeah, yeah. And this song, I would say, whenever you see it in someone's like top list, it's never one where people are like, you're wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's some controversial ones, but this one is
Exactly.
definitely one of the ones where it's like, oh yeah, like it deserves to be in its top 5, 10 in a ranking. And I think, and a little foreshadowing for you guys, it's because this song has layers, so many layers of
It has
incredible,
so many more layers.
incredible writing from the Taylor Swift. So, any other thoughts before I dive in?
I think we should just jump to it, Hannah.
All right, let me start. Verse 1. How's one to know I'd meet you where the spirit meets the bones in a faith forgotten land? In from the snow, your touch brought forth an incandescent glow, tarnished but so grand. And the old widow goes to the stone every day, but I don't. I just sit here and wait, grieving for the living.
Ugh, ugh, I'm sure you guys know when we get to the pre-chorus, you can literally hear it in Hannah's voice when she was reading it out. But we're gonna before we even get there, the very first line is in stopped, and in stopping a line means you put a punctuation, and it literally is how's one to know question mark.
Mm-hmm.
That is the end of the line. So immediately it's like, whoa, how's one to know what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how's one to know that I'd meet you where the spirit meets the bones? And that in itself, that part is an allusion to a poem by Miller Williams. And I'm going to read you this poem. It's called Compassion. So it says, have compassion for everyone you meet, even if they don't want it. What seems conceit, bad manners, or cynicism is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. You do not know what wars are going on down there where the spirit meets the bone. So,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, the immediate, like, the connection to that poem that is like literally like just be nice to people because you don't know what they're going through, and then you have like this woman who maybe is cheating, maybe is not, and it's like you enter the song that's kind of like be nice to me, you don't know what I'm going through. Yes, the wind that the wind that
Mm.
makes you cheat on your husband is blowing this winter.
Yeah, that's really yeah, it's kind of like it's not a woe is me per se, but it's like a hey, like I'm going through shit. like like you just got to
Exactly.
see the whole picture because I'm going through all this and maybe you'll understand, dear reader. But also, yeah, there she. I mean, okay, so let's talk about this. Another interpretation for a spirit meets the bones to me is graveyard, right? Like where the soul meets the bones. Where do bones lay? In a graveyard to me. So I'd meet you.
Hmm.
So we have immediately the setting is who knew that I would meet you here in this graveyard? And it's like, oh, that's not a normal place to meet, but okay. I mean, in the olden days, the graveyards were like by a church, sometimes in the middle of town, so it wasn't like middle of nowhere, but still kind of strange. And then we get a little more description in a faith forgotten land, some more spiritual language.
Yep.
And so,
Also, it's literally like a forsaken land. Like,
yeah,
oh, it's probably barren around here. So I'm gonna meet you in the sweet spot of a barren land.
yeah, which is like again a weird place to meet. Would prefer forest, garden, by the beach. So we're getting this kind of chilly atmosphere. It actually kind of reminds me, I just thought about it all too well, the beginning. I walked through the door with you. The air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow. And you get like this kind of red flag right from the beginning, right? And in from the snow, your touch
Yep.
brought forth an incandescent glow, tarnished but so grand. Like tarnished is also a red flag.
Yeah.
Like why are we in a graveyard? Why are we in a faith forgotten
Tarnished.
land?
Yeah. I also love the use of the word incandescent, which is like really bright but also really warm. So she came from being frozen. So in from the snow, you touched me and suddenly I lit up.
Yep.
And also I warmed up.
Yep.
And even though I'm glowing, I've got like a tarnished glow. Like this is not proper. Like it's not a polished glow. You didn't polish me up,
Yeah.
but you did light me up.
Yeah, it's like tarnished means that something is marred, right? Whether it's got rust on it or it's got an errant stroke, it's dulled. So yeah, there's this kind of juxtaposition of I'm we're like not juxtaposition, but there's this kind of it's just a little unnerving, right? It seems a little ghostly or haunted, you might even say. And so
Exactly.
what a first verse. What
I know. What a first verse. How do you like that literally just opens up to just setting the scene for whatever this person is going through. They're about to go through something.
Yeah, and they're. I think we are going to kind of see seasons. We've kind of alluded to this earlier. So this is probably winter, right? In from the snow, and then they began like some kind of relationship. What's that lyric in Gorgons? You should think about the consequence of your hand.
Oh, you're hand touching mine in a dark room.
Yeah,
Dark
right.
room.
Yeah,
Room.
and she's done a ton of things about like touching hands. There's a gajillion more. I cannot think of them right now, but it has this idea of like, right? It sparked something. This one touch sparked something, and then a couple other things that I love that will actually lead us to this like pre-chorus, right? The alliteration in this is crazy. Faith, forgotten land, brought forth an incandescent glow, right? And then we have these beautiful O sounds, which I read
Yep.
through, right? How's one to know I meet you where the spirit meets the bones, in from the snow, incandescent glow. And then the old widow goes to the stone every day, but I don't. I just sit here and wait, grieving for the
I've
living.
I've told Hannah this, but the way in which those O's are working, it's literally like tumbling. And when you go down the hill, you know you're just tumbling. So literally the old widow is continuously going. She's going down. It's consistent. And then we get to a stop. Those O's stop at the but I don't. And then we just have I just sit here and wait. And so literally in the in that vowel sound, which that assonance, there we go. It is like literally taking us through of like, oh, now we're sitting and waiting too. And then because it's immediate, like the immediate like stopping, it causes some dissonance within us that also would be the dissonance that comes from grieving the living.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, let's look at the words themselves, right? We have this old widow who goes to the stone. So that stone is likely a tombstone, right? We're in a graveyard. She goes to visit her dead husband or spouse. We don't know the gender, but likely husband. Let's just say spouse. To the stone every day, but I don't, right? I don't go to some tombstone. I sit here in the graveyard, perhaps. We'll talk more about that later. She sits there and wait, and she's grieving for her dead spouse, but she's grieving for the living, and not
The living
and the
spouse.
living is such a fascinating thing because you would think it's a person usually, right? Like because the juxtaposition would be old widow spouse, me, my lover, but what? But it's the living, which is okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like, who is that referring to? Is it referring to the relationship? Is it referring to the person she wants to be cheating with? Is it referring to herself? Is it referring to her spouse? And I just think it's very interesting to like have these two displays, like they're being juxtaposed together, right? So you have this old widow who is going every day and constantly visiting her spouse,
Mm-hmm.
her long gone spouse, whatever. And then Taylor's like, I don't have that. Taylor, as in the speaker, is like, I don't have that kind of like grief or like loyalty, even. But the way she goes all the time, I sit here and I'm also basically at the stone. I'm grieving.
Yeah. And to me, I think the another juxtaposition is that the widow goes to the stone, like there's an action, but I don't know if this speaker is going anywhere. I think she's always there. Like she's
I agree.
you agree. Okay. Guys, we're getting
Yeah.
somewhere. Let us cook. Just hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Let's go. Let's go. It's right where you left me, tease, if you will.
Yes, yes. And I need you to do this chorus so bad. We have been alluding to cheating, and if you do not know that the song might be about cheating, surprise! And it will be very clear starting in the chorus. So let's go.
Oh, goddamn. My pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand, taking mine, but it's been promised to another. And oh, I can't stop you putting roots in my dreamland. My house of stone, your ivy grows, and now I'm covered in you. Ugh,
Wow. I will say,
wow.
the clean version does not say "Oh goddamn." It says "Oh I can't," which I think is also such an interesting choice of words because she could always have just like muted it, right? Or,
Mm-hmm.
but it's "Oh I can't." So just we'll hold that thought too.
Oh, I can't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As in like right. So let's talk about the exclamation, right? Oh goddamn! It's an exclamation. It's like a crap. Oh how like you feel trapped. I think the oh I can't gives it even more of like a she's bound even more to her circumstances. She really can't resist one
Yeah.
way or the other.
Exactly. Exactly. She can't resist that like she can't change the fact that she is technically betrothed or promised to somebody else, but also she can't she can't help the way she feels because her pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand. Like, wait, like listen. I can't. And literally, god damn it, I cannot I I have no choice but what's about to happen
Yes.
because I can't stop you. I can't stop you. I can't stop us because you fit so perfectly.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this insane chorus. We have okay, I'm just gonna do my alliterations because I can't help it. My pain fits in the palm. It's been promised, so putting roots. Like there's this the P to me punctuates, haha, like the stabbing of this wound, right? This it's of this relationship, I guess, really piercing each part of her, right? Like the literal piercing of the roots into her dreamland, right? And we have the continuation of this O, that rolling stone that you talked about, like oh, goddamn, my house of stone, your ivy grows. So like, there's also this thing of like, the I can't continues. Like I can't stop this stone from continuing to roll down the hill and crash into everything in my life, like an avalanche.
Exactly. Exactly. And also the use of ivy, which is a fast growing, like, you have to be, if you get ivy covering your house or any of that, you have to be mindful to cut it down because it's going to continue to grow. Like, it doesn't need any help, it doesn't need any encouragement. It's just going to happen. And soon you're going to be entirely covered. And I think now is probably the perfect time, Hannah, for you to introduce your idea.
Okay. Okay. So we have this image of this woman, Taylor adjacent woman, touching the hand of a freezing hand of somebody. That's interesting. And she says, "You're taking my hand, and I can't stop you from putting roots into my dreamland." So dreamland, that's fat. Like, so that could be like her daydreaming, her ideas, like, swirling you into my poems kind of vibe. But the roots are also going into, and the ivy is growing over my house of stone. And where did we see the word stone before?
The old widow goes to the stone, you know?
Yeah, I think she is in a house of stone, aka a tombstone, or maybe a bigger stone, like a mausoleum, like a giant stone house.
Fancy.
Yeah, and I think that this relationship has caused her demise. Now, whether or not that is a literal physical demise, a metaphorical demise, or both, I think that there is this element of this woman has been so haunted, slash, you will see later, perhaps killed, that she is dead.
Yep. 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 And it's it's just such an interesting angle to take this because Taylor loves playing in the Gothic. Even if she didn't know she loved playing in the Gothic until she knew, she was like, wait.
Explain the Gothic to
Uh,
our dear listeners.
so a Gothic novel is like, think Wuthering Heights, right?
Jane
Like
Eyre.
it is a genre. Yeah, it's a genre of literature that is all about blending horror, death, romance, and the supernatural. And all of that is in Ivy. All of it. All of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, like so much of it is in Ivy, and we're gonna circle back. We're gonna circle back because we need the second verse and we need the bridge. To really pull it all together. But I love the "My house of stone, your ivy grows," and the thought of it being in a grave, especially because it's like, oh, these two ghosts, like there's part of it that's like maybe she should have been waiting for her husband. Like the old widow goes to the stone. Maybe her husband was like gonna go to the stone every day, and she's not waiting for him in the afterlife. There could be that too. Anyway, but we can't. We'll put a pin in it because we got to go to verse 2.
Yeah, we have so many ideas as to why this is a potential interpretation. And we will also circle back to levels of interpretation as we go on. But anyway, I wish to know the fatal flaw that makes you long to be magnificently cursed. He's in the room. Your opal eyes are all I wish to see. He wants what's only yours. Ah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ah.
So we went from how's one to know to I wish to know, right? So first she was kind of talking
Yep.
to the air almost. You're like, who are you talking to? But she's kind of a little bit more like specific and talking to you. This person with the the incandescent glow hand, right? Freezing hand.
Yeah,
What's
the one that touches her.
Yeah. What makes you want to be magnificently cursed, sir? I in my notes put the plot thickens because wait, there's another dude here all of a sudden. He's also in the room. There's like this weird three-sided triangle. I guess all triangles are three-sided. A love triangle here. And again, the O's are still there. I wish to know your opal eyes, only yours. Ugh, take it away.
Um, I particularly on this part. So you have to talk like fatal flaw is the thing that will end up with you being dead. Okay, so she's
Yes, it's fatal.
like, "What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you that makes you want to be with me? To be magnificently cursed with me, or whatever type of situation I got going on here?" And I've always read the he as the husband. So she's like the person she's betrothed to of some kind. If the husband is like if this is just a betrothal, because actually we don't know she's married. We just know that her hand's been promised to another.
Right.
So this could just be a betrothal at the moment. And so he's in the room. So the person I'm betrothed to is there, but I only want to look at you and he wants me. But I'm only yours.
Yeah. No.
So the plot thickens. The plot, it thickens.
Yeah. I wrote this other note that I totally missed when I was reading all the O's. So in the other verses, it's how's one to know, and then in from the snow. You have those O's. But in this verse, it's I wish to know he's in the room. The husband or betrothed, breaks that rhyme. And you still, but then the O's kind of come back a little hidden. Your opal eyes are all I wish to see. He wants what's only yours. It's not within the rhyme scheme, but it's within the lines, which I think is crazy. Like, that's crazy. She's a poet.
Oh my God, wait.
No, look
She's
at the
a poet.
rhymes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. But I'm also saying, oh my God, because Hannah, why did this song just like broke open in my mind?
Okay.
Not to, I guess, irony intended. Because I don't know, like, we don't get husband until the bridge slash verse 3, which, you know, we're gonna get to. So before, it's just betrothal. Hello, this song is low-key Wuthering Heights. Literally. Wait, because listen, I'm betrothed to someone else. It could also be like any thing where it's like you're supposed to be marrying to someone else. Your hand has been promised, but you're in love with who you're in love with. And then even though you still get married to the person you're supposed to get married, your heart's never in it. And the other person, like your betrothed, your husband, is going to kill y'all. And here's the thing. It's all in verse 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Why don't
This is
you?
chronological is what I mean.
Oh, yeah. It's chronological.
Is what I mean.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So we have. We'll read the chorus anyway. And then I'll read the next verse. Oh no. I guess how should we do this? No, you should just read the chorus and then the next section. Just that way we keep it all together.
Okay. I don't think the chorus has changed.
Yes,
it's still
it's not, yeah.
Yeah, it's still, oh goddamn, my pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand, taking mine, but it's been promised to another. Oh, I can't stop you putting roots in my dreamland. My house of stone, your ivy grows, and now I'm covered. Oh wait, it did slightly change because it was before, it was now I'm covered in you. Here it's now I'm covered, which is interesting.
Yes, I wrote the in you is missing, but something has cut it off. Perhaps it's this new. It's a new.
The wedding.
It's a jump. Time jump.
The wedding has happened.
I don't know if it's a wedding, but yes.
The ivy.
But I mean,
the connection between the connection from the promise to another to husband, Hannah.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Yeah. Okay. Clover blooms in the fields. Spring breaks loose. The time is near. What would he do if he found us out? Crescent moon, coast is clear. Spring breaks loose, but so does fear. He's gonna burn this house to the ground. How's one to know I'd live and die for moments that we stole on begged and borrowed time? So tell me to run or dare to sit and watch what will become and drink my husband's wine. This is when it all goes down, you guys.
Oh my gosh,
we're talking chronologically.
Yes, well,
we left winter.
Yeah, so now we're in spring. From clover blooms in the fields, right? We got spring. The time is near. So yeah, maybe the time is near is the wedding bells. You know, the time is near for us. We need to stop this.
Wedding.
We need to end this. But should we run? Right? Crescent moon. The coast is clear. Like crescent moon is like it's not so dark that we can't see. Right? Like a new moon. But it's not so much where like people could see us running away like a full moon. That's kind of the vibe I get, right? Because if he finds out, he's gonna burn this house to the ground. Like he's gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, spring breaks loose, but so does fear. So literally, it's like, well, it's kind of like these two lovers. Like the time for the wedding is near, right? And then she is getting anxious about it. She's like, we could leave right now, but spring breaks loose, but so does fear. So the repetition of spring breaks loose the first time is like time is near for this wedding. We could run, but so does fear. I can't run. I literally can't leave. We don't know what kind of like obligations she has.
Yeah, and I would say the time is near.
All we know is gonna burn it all.
Yeah, I could also see the time is near being just the time for them to run away is near, but it could also be that time is near because
Exactly.
they're getting
Most don't.
married. Yeah, there's whatever there is,
Most
it's
don't.
a very limited window, and I think
You know those moments where you're supposed to get married, and then the your friend is like, "We could run away right now. We don't have to.
yep,
We could just. You don't have to do this. We could just go. We
yep.
could go."
And if you look at the rhyme scheme for this section, it's the most I don't know, not obvious, but it's very rhymey, and very a lot of alliteration. There's like a lot of synchronicity coming more than the other verses. You could take a look at it yourself, but it's crazy. They're trying to be on the same. They're like on the same page here, but then they go back to this question: how's one to know? Like it didn't happen. Like what something happened and they didn't go,
Yep.
which is wild, right? She goes back to this because she had this intense, I guess it's not a whatever that verse that was so intense, and then we go back to the how's one to know, right? Like, oh, okay, like
Like she's back to pondering,
yeah,
and I'd live and die for moments that we stole.
more
So
death
that death is
imagery.
back. It's back. And it's not only moments that we stole, it's moments that we stole on begged and borrowed time. So they had to fight for those little moments together, right?
Yep.
And
And to
I
me,
love
it's
that.
like a
So tell me to
postponement.
run. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, it's like a
Exactly.
postponement, right? Like
Exactly.
they're gonna get caught, right? If it's begged and borrowed, it's gonna come back. Like that's foreshadowing. That's crazy.
And then we literally get that. So tell me to run, which reminds me of I would say forever if you stay, don't go, or like if you say don't go. But then also the tis the damn season of like, hey, look, if you tell me to stay, I'll stay. I would do it. And so she's like, tell me to run with away with you, or or dare to sit and watch what will become and drink my husband's wine, which is like, hey, he might kill us, but we
Yep.
would be together.
No, I think that's so. I love that interpretation of like to tell me to run away with you or to run from you, right? Like
Exactly.
we need to do something. It's a little too late, but you need to do something, and yeah, or we're gonna die. What are we gonna become? Something not good, right? And I think "Drink My Husband's Wine"
Hmm.
is such a sexy line from Taylor Swift, like it could be literal wine. Like you are
It's
literally
so
taking resources from his household because they're probably drinking together, like literal wine, but also, you know, down there.
Hannah, shut up. But actually, yes. But also, I love the fact that it's there and it's basically the last new line we get, because the implication of like, we know she's like, I'd live and die for this. He's going to burn this down. We're going to sit on this porch and wait for him to come home and drink his stuff. Like,
Yeah,
he's going to find us out. So we might as well. Like,
yeah, yeah. Maybe it's kind of a last stand almost.
oh, it's not the last thing, but it's kind of the last. It's not the bridge either. This is simply verse 3. But anyway.
Yeah, it's very it's very poetic. Let's just say that it's stanza. The next stanza. Um, yeah, let me go.
Yeah.
So, oh goddamn, my pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand, taking mine, but it's been promised to another. Oh, I can't stop you putting roots in my dreamland, my house of stone. Your ivy grows, and now I'm covered in you, and I'm covered in you, and then get to the basically the climax of the song. So yeah, it's a fire. It's a goddamn blaze in the dark, and you started it. You started it. So yeah, it's a war. It's the goddamn fight of my life, and you started it. You started it. Should I finish? Should
He
I
caught
finish?
them.
Oh yeah, they got caught.
he caught
Yeah,
he caught them, and he did exactly what she said he would. He's gonna burn this house to the ground. And I love that it goes, so yeah, it's a fire, because the implication is that they did both dare to sit and watch what's gonna happen
yeah,
if we drink this wine.
yeah,
They
yeah,
both took it, because she's like, at the end of the day, I'm covered in you. There's literally no way that there's no way I can remove you. I tried it once and now I'm covered, but that ivy is just gonna grow. Ivy is just gonna grow.
yeah, yeah. And I love this dual meaning of it's a fire, it's a goddamn blaze in the dark, and you started. Oh, there's so many layers, but one layer is like, yeah, I think there's literally could be a fire in the house now because they got caught and they got burned, right? What's that line in Dress? If we get burned, if we get burned, at least we were electrified, right? That kind of.
Yep.
Um, I think another one is like, yeah, our relationship is a fire. Like we can't help it. Like it's like you know, what is that? How do you make a volcano? Like vinegar and baking soda or whatever. Like they're a chemical
Yeah.
reaction just waiting to happen, and it won't go out, right? And I think it can be both. Like they
Hmm.
can't help but be together. The ivy is so deep.
Yeah. And the thing about ivy as a plant is that it's an evergreen plant. It's perennial. It's constantly climbing and coming back. And also, though, ivy is a very aggressive and invasive plant in the same
Yes.
way that it won't stop coming back. So that's why she's like, I can't stop you putting roots in my dreamlands, all of my dreams, because you're just going to keep coming back. So I might as well be covered. So now I'm covered. Your ivy's going to keep growing.
Yeah, and I love the you started it. I think it's so funny. Like it's your fault. You touched my hand in a darkened room. Your freezing hand,
Yeah.
like like you ruined my life.
You looked at me first. If you would have blinked, then I would have looked away at the first glance.
Yeah. You
But you
should have
didn't.
think about yeah, already did the gorgeous line, right? Like, yeah, this is
Hmm.
all you. Um and now look at this circumstance that I'm in, like, and the repetition of the goddamn. Like before, the goddamn was kind of like a, oh man, oh crap, and now it's like, this is the this, it's like a curse, right?
Literally, it's like, oh my god, it's a blaze in the dark. So that incandescent glow that she mentioned is now a blaze,
Ooh, I
by the
love that.
way. It's a blaze. It's a blaze that you literally started, and now I'm fighting for my life. It's the fight for my life.
Yeah,
And low key, she loses.
she low key she loses it. Yeah. So in this poetic interpretation, right? Like the narrator is a ghost. She died in this house fire, perhaps, and resides in the house of stone. And then it's really interesting because in the last chorus that comes after this, um, it skips the oh goddamn my pain fits in the palm of your freezing hand taking mine but it's been promised to another. That's not there anymore. It just goes straight into oh I can't stop you putting roots in my dreamland. My house of stone, your ivy grows, and now I'm covered in you. Because there's no more hand. She's underground, but she's still consumed by her love for this lover, right?
Literally,
She just sits,
exactly,
and now
exactly.
and that goes back to the first verse. She doesn't go anywhere because she just has to sit under this stone, right? And she thinks about her
Hmm.
lover who is still alive, perhaps, or the life she left behind. That's right because she's in the world of the dead. Um, but her love for him still grows like ivy forever.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Ugh, I mean, it's a song. It's such a good song. And now I'm covered in you. Like, listen, you're the ivy. I'm covered in you. Your ivy grows.
Yeah,
That's what you are.
yeah,
Like, you're this poisonous thing to this relationship because ivy is very toxic to humans, by the
yeah. It
way.
chokes the
Um,
life out of
you're
things.
you're invasive and aggressive, but your roots are in my dreamland. So everything I wanted, your opal eyes are all I wish to see,
Which is so crazy
even though I'm promised.
thinking back
Yeah,
now to her writing Opalite. Like, just sorry, very out of context, but it's like, oh, everything comes back for her.
it all comes back. It all comes back.
So,
He
um,
wants what on wants what's only yours.
exactly. So I do want to come back to this idea of like why Taylor Swift is such a good songwriter, and we talked about the interpretations that can come out of a song like this, right? We just did a very poetic, I guess, interpretation, very narrative driven, what's in the text as if it were, a Lord Byron poem or something, right? Oh, we forgot to mention, I feel like some people, didn't you say like we talked about this if you didn't know, we tried to record this episode, but we had sound issues. But Exquisite, you talked about Emily Dickinson
Mhm.
connection. Do you remember that?
Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Emily Dickinson was a poet, and Ivy was at the end of the Dickinson TV show. It was one of the end credit
That's
songs
right.
for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
And Emily Dickinson also wrote a lot about death. If you haven't read the poem Because I Could Not Stop for Death, it's fantastic. You should check it out. Um, and so we have that interpretation. And then obviously you could also see it through the lens of Taylor Swift. She has written, I would say, songs similar to this, perhaps Getaway Car in the similar vein, right? Where, um, right, there was kind of a idea of like being left behind because of like, is it infidelity? Is it not? kind of vibe. Am I missing other songs that are like kind of similar about this kind of theme?
um, we mentioned High Infidelity.
Okay, yeah. Oh no, we haven't yet.
High.
So High Infidelity, I mean, literally has infidelity in the song title, where that's about, I went out and I was like, do I have a boyfriend? I don't remember. I'm gonna dance with this guy. Um, Bejeweled, I think, is another take on it, right?
Mhm.
Maybe not quite as infidelity-ish. That's more like best believe I'm still bejeweled. Um, but yeah, I do think there's this idea of like, hey, I'm really attracted to you, and I have this other dude, but he's not doing it for me, and you're like infecting my mind. And I think that's a very another interpretation we can take from that's a little more connected to the rest of Taylor's discography.
Exactly. I agree, Hannah.
Yeah.
Ugh, we're so good. Ivy is such a good song.
Ivy
Um,
is an incredible song. And yeah, if you don't want to follow us all the way to the death interpretation, that's also totally fine. We're just giving you our read. You could think she's alive. Like I don't think you're super like you're wrong or whatever. She could still be alive and just be grieving. Like maybe you think that he's dead, the lover, or that the husband dead. I don't know. Like that's the beauty of this song. As long as you get the infidelity part, I feel like you're pretty chill.
mhm. I agree. Exactly. No, exactly. It's so fun. It's so fun. But there is a node, like um, not a node, but like this thread of violence
Oh yes,
that is very interesting. Specifically, like this thread of spousal violence that we also get in No Body, No Crime.
yes, yes.
And
I
Tolerate is
think
more emotional, but no.
yes, I think you talked about this where it's kind of like, or maybe Taylor talked about it, kind of like okay, I found it. She's following the release of Evermore. Taylor took to Twitter where she indirectly commented on the meaning behind Ivy. Quote, the unhappily ever after anthology of marriages gone bad that include infidelity, ambivalent toleration, and even murder. So yeah, we have Ivy, infidelity, tolerate it, ambivalent toleration, and no body, no crime, murder. Right? So this is definitely a marriage where the infidelity led to some pretty drastic consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I love that this song has like really interesting production value. Like we have the little sleigh bells in the background for the little wintry feeling. And she sounds
Oh
amazing.
yeah. She does. There's just something she does with her voice on this song that it's so enchanting, if you will.
I think she sounds ghostly, right?
Ah,
Like haunting.
I agree. I agree. Oh yeah. She's literally singing from her mausoleum grave, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. The one thing that somebody once sent to me on Twitter, I do not remember their name, but maybe you're a listener, is did you notice that the Hows want to know, the Hows, has is a homonym, whatever, to he's gonna burn this house to the ground.
Hmm.
I don't think it's like
Whoa.
yeah, right. I
On
don't
the
think it's like
phone?
it's I don't think it's I don't know how on purpose she did it,
How?
but I feel like she's keeping that sound in your brain, right? Because we talk about like the assonance, the verb sounds, but how's one to know? And this
How
idea of a house
how
of stone, and he's gonna burn this house to the ground. Like they're very similar. She's really like hammering it into your head.
OMG. Literally like who would have seen this coming?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Oh my gosh. No, guys, like the Ivy, I think, is a highlight because it shows that Taylor is a poet that allows for deep excavation into her lyrics that can be completely, or like not completely, but is separate from her personal life. She can create these narratives, whether or not it's super autofiction or not. It's fascinating.
Hmm.
I will see if we can post the annotation I did back in 2021 when I was super inspired, where I like highlight stuff. You
Oh
guys,
yes.
yes, I'll totally do that. But what a trip.
What a time. What a song.
Yeah.
Ugh, what an album. Even though Hannah doesn't agree with that, but
Well,
whatever.
I think the album is
Uh,
great. Hello. Before we go, I didn't look this up. That's why is what were the mashups she did with Ivy?
oh my god. Wait, we just talked about this.
Yeah, but I don't remember, so I'm
Um,
googling. She did an Ivy, Call It What You Want,
yes, it was Ivy and Call It What You Want. And then
and an
did
Ivy
she do
Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda, which was crazy.
which was crazy, but also me bringing up woulda, coulda, shoulda earlier.
Yeah.
I had her tea.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How
Because
no?
yeah, I do think that so much of being hurt as a vulnerable young woman by an older man is like why is your Ivy all up in my business, sir?
Clock. Literally, why is it? Why is that happening?
But then you
I'm a child.
but then you can have the Andrea Swift version where she's like every song's a happy song if you want it to be, right? And you can have happy Ivy roots in your dreamland, right? If you really love me.
Oh, Andrea.
Right? I thought
Oh
that
my god.
I thought the Call It What You Want new interpretation with Ivy was the funniest thing because yeah, you could totally rewrite some of the lyrics to be happy, right? Like yeah, I want you, like swirled you into all of my poems can be a romantic lyric, right? If you switch the context behind the song.
No, exactly. Also, I just can't stop thinking. I can't stop thinking about clover blooms in the field, crescent moon coast is clear because they're doing the same thing as like time signifier because they both come before spring breaks loose. So does fear versus spring breaks loose. The time is near.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I,
And I love the seas, like the sound.
yeah. The clover blooms in the fields, crescent moon, coast is clear. It's yeah, and again, this I feel like in that scenario, that stanza, it's very much like there's a break, right? There's a moment for escape, right? But are you going to take it? And they don't, which is like a lot like tolerated too. She just sits and waits and doesn't pull out the dagger, right? She's like, it's very
Exactly.
there.
Oh my gosh, so much of Evermore is like, what if I don't take any agency versus what if I do something? So much of Evermore
Wait,
is that,
yeah,
especially because like right where you left
I was
me
literally going to say that.
is literally. Ugh.
She's
And actually, the two bonus songs are the dichotomy of that, like
yeah.
staying and doing nothing versus doing something, taking action.
Yeah, like the resignation, this idea of being resigned to your fate is so strong in this album. Even Tis the Damn Season. They're like, well, it's not gonna work, so let's just have sex and then I'll go back home, right? Tolerate it. Dorothea, like, well, I guess you're in LA now, like, bye. Coney Island. Ivy, obviously. There are some songs where she tries a little bit. I would say Closure tries to, close a book on something. But even no, but like oh my
Closure,
gosh,
long story short,
long story
probably
short,
like me
it's time to go.
and Nobody No Crime
Yeah,
are
nobody no
songs
crimes.
where things are being done, right?
But then
Gold Rush, nothing
nothing.
is being done.
Champagne
It's still
Problems,
resigned. I
nothing.
don't like the Gold Rush.
Yeah.
I'm dropping your hands. Like, I'm resigned to the type of sad person I am.
Oh my God.
Like, Evermore is a kind of like this blend of kind of both of them, because
Yeah.
in the beginning of the song it's like I did nothing, I was outside, I was catching my death, and then it ends with like, oh, maybe this pain won't be forevermore. Wait. And then we get literally Right Where You Left Me and It's Time to Go, which are the two like songs, which are bonus songs, but Right Where You Left Me is like resigned, frozen. It's Time to Go is like, wait, I could actually move on.
Yeah.
And those are the two paths that are in front of you.
Yeah, it's
Are
like
you
a
going to be resigned in the situation you're at, or are you going to go
I love that.
and do
It's like
something?
choose your own adventure, right? At the end of this album. Like what will you choose? And so to me, now I guess we're going to bring it back to Taylor and her discography. For her, for Midnights then, right? It was she chose to stay, right? Like
Yep.
she thought it, and I
Yep.
think she thought it was a choice, an active choice, but perhaps was she more resigned to her fate?
And then we know by TTPD, she's like, that decision to dig my heels in and stay and not do nothing was a bad thing for me
I
personally.
should have bolted.
When the bolter, when the bolter sticks her heels, digs her heels in further, that's when, my boredom's bone deep. Uh-oh. Everybody say uh-oh.
No, literally.
That's when you're abandoned at the house on the heat. You get left at the house because you can't go out. You're resigned to being in the house. Um,
Wow, wow, that was crazy. Thank you,
wow,
Ivy. That was sick.
we broke that
We
open.
broke that.
Wow, literally, thank you, Ivy.
Wow.
Thank you, Ivy.
Thank you, Ivy.
Ugh,
Um,
what a song.
what a song. What freaking emoji are you gonna use for this song?
Um, let's see. I'm dreaming of spring breaking loose. I want to say flowers,
Yeah, I guess yeah, do whatever.
but actually, or we could say, is there a gravestone emoji?
There's a grave, but that's so depressing.
Okay, they don't have to be depressing.
Do some kind of vegetation, a flower, a leaf, some kind of nature, and then you could also throw in a gravestone at the end. It could be the flowers next to the gravestone.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, you guys get a little freestyle this week, but yeah, that was so fun. I will be uploading the annotation I did up online with the episode. Thank you for being so patient for this one. We really wanted to do it justice, and I hope you enjoyed this gothic, ghostly story. One thing I do want to
Oh,
add
yeah.
is a lot of times in stories when there is cheating, especially a woman cheating, the ending in a lot of these older novels was the woman dying. Like that was kind of like it's always the woman's
Yeah.
fault and she kind of dies. So that's
Even
another
if she just emotionally
even
cheats.
if she just emotionally cheats. Yeah, like that was kind of like and I feel like even in our society now, yay, misogyny, patriarchy, like that's still kind of like the thing. Even though you started it, even though you are the one who first picked up the shovel and started digging my grave, like why am I the one that's dying? Like
Yeah.
why, right?
I'll pay the price you won't. Gothic literature, people.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think that's another way to kind of think about it. And so if you stay to the end, you get a little extra nugget. So gold star for you. We will be
Gold star,
back.
gold star.
We will be back next week for maybe one of the
With
greatest
a
songs
sweeter song.
in Taylor Swift's discography, "Cowboy Like Me."
Actually, yeah. We can
Actually,
make that argument. We will have that discussion.
it and the transformation this song and the chokehold this song has had over the past few years in our fandom is one that we will be discussing. And we
We
hope
will.
you will tune
And we
in.
should. We need to talk about
We need to talk about it so bad. We love you guys. Thank you for listening, and we will be back with Cowboy Like Me soon. Bye bye.
it. Bye.